you. Good, leave it. You want to go find your bird? Let's go find your bird. Actually, let's go find your bird. Is this it? Is that your bird? Oh, there's my ball. Is that the bird? Much better, huh? It's gonna get you! Is that bird? No way. Thank you. It's a thought process. That's her making a choice. Good job. And then to relieve the stress, good girl. You can comfort. Yes. Belle doesn't care. She shakes it off. Thank you. Whoops, I missed. Aisha. Go get the ball. Stop. Thank you, Blue. Thank you. Go ahead. Load up. Aisha, go. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Up. Aisha, up. Good job. Helping them feel safe in stressful situations will help them out tremendously. So they can choose what they find reinforcing, so they can find out what they find is playful. If something bothers them, you can comfort them. Once they feel better, chemically, they will realize that they are safe. They will shake it off. Then they can actually play. Once they feel safe enough with you that they can shake it off on their own, they will play with you. They will find interactive games. A lot of dogs, they will shake it off and then go dig. Yes, it's reinforcing because that's what they will do after their body, their neurological system says they're done. Belle, out please. Thank you. That, out, the leave it, all that stuff is all reinforcing behaviors. Her loading up, yes, is self-reinforcing, but it wasn't at that moment. But it was reinforcing by me letting her in, knowing she's safe and that she can have a spot. Her leaving the ball alone was reinforcing, self-reinforcing, yes. All that stuff is great. Behaviorism, all that stuff is fantastic. Thank you. But this is to let them know that was a scary situation, a stressful situation for Aisha. And how we dealt with it, let her know that she was safe to express something happy. It's all stress relievers, not just reinforcing. Because a lot of dogs will not play if they don't feel safe. They will have a stressful situation and they will keep acting out on it. They will hold it in, hold it in. You have to teach them that it's okay to release. You don't have that release, you're going to be able to reinforce behaviors, but not ones you're really going to like. No matter how positive you make it. I could have made that thing totally positive when having her get in here, but that doesn't mean I actually dealt with her stressful situation. That's what I'm getting into. Helping the dogs deal with stressful situations so they can feel safe enough that if a stressful situation happens, they have alternatives. Comfort and play. But in order to have comfort and play, the dog has to be able to seek to decide if they are stressed, if it's worth it, if it's pleasant or unpleasant. If they don't have that opportunity, then it's only going to be reinforceable behaviors. Not only that, But what ways are they going to be able to communicate with you to get you to listen? A lot of reactive dogs know if they're dramatic, you'll get them out of that situation. That's reinforcing for the dog. That's communication. Reinforcers are all communications. Not everything has to be positive. That's Belle's reinforcer right there. Belle, leave it. Good, leave it. That's reinforcing. If I don't want her to do it again, it's pretty much what leave it means. But notice how she shook it off. She had to take herself out of that mindset. That's what that shake it off is getting out of that mindset. Huh, Blue? Alright, so this is Scott with Second to No One Canine Life Coaching. I've had a lot on my mind lately, and I just want to show something different that I'm trying to work on. Not even that I'm trying to work on. It's Temple Grandin, it's Jock Pansky stuff together. While working on all the stuff we already know about dogs, we know about small mammals, and humans are very complicated. But everybody goes through this. Humans, when you ride a roller coaster, you're stressed. Even though it's fun, it's scary. That's why they make it worse and worse. And then what happens right after you're done? You do a stress reliever. These are all natural occurring behaviors in small mammals, in any mammal. We have this all in common. Chimpanzees to rats to everything else. Once they're able to free play and shake it off, you can encourage that free play because it's something they're doing naturally, and you can encourage or reinforce by engaging and reinforcing it and doing something they want to do. Sorry, I lost my thoughts for a second. But if the dog wants to play and you encourage that type of play, digging, investigating, seeking, that becomes then that makes it more positive. It doesn't have to be tug. It doesn't have to be ball. Ball and tug are not natural. They're interactive. But they're not games dogs will choose first. They're going to do something selfish, digging, seeking the scent, finding out what it is, whether it's pee, a pee spot, whether that's reinforcing right there. If he smells, he's going to get something. Huh, Blue? Is that good? I'll get you some water. Belle knows eventually if she has the ball, I'm going to pay attention to her. She also watched when we play with my groups that if I play ball with them, with Wiley, it gets reinforced. So they mimic as well. Yes, how to make things more positive, to make their lives a lot easier and a lot less stressful. But when you do have stress, you have to learn how to deal with it. Well, I don't need to just escape and make it hanging out with me positive. I need to help them understand through their way that stress is not horrible. That what they're feeling is natural. I'm not going to deny a dog emotions. Aisha has acted out a lot with me. There's still things she doesn't like. I'm not going to counter condition her to every single little thing. She'll find random things in the sky. Sometimes it's a bird, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a hang glider, and other times she's like, I don't care, we can keep walking. Because I know, and the reason why that is because, not because she finds it any less frightening, it's because she knows she's in good company. She feels safe with me to be able to continue on what we're doing, that I've helped her realize that hang glider is not going to affect us and our relationship. I don't like spiders. Doesn't mean I won't date somebody that has spiders. Probably means I won't move in with them, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to take interest in what they have. They like spiders, I'll learn more about spiders if I really like that person. Relationships are based on mutual interests, trust, understanding. You can be in a relationship with somebody and only go to pizza places every night because one of you likes pizza. The other person may love hamburgers but never eats another hamburger. That's a relationship, but is it a trustworthy relationship? Are you going to feel safe in expressing, hey, I want to go get burgers, and the other person goes, no, I just want pizza? Same thing with dogs. I could play fetch with Aisha all the time, but that doesn't mean that's the only game she wants to play. And if I try and do ball while she's stressed, she's not going to choose it because that's not her main interest. If her interest is to roll around and to dig, while she's stressed, she's letting out her truest emotions while she's stressed. So if she's going to dig, guess what I'm going to do? To know she's safe, I'm going to go dig with her. I'm going to go investigate while she's digging. And then what she's going to do is she's going to learn, if I see her digging, it's reinforced that, hey, I'm digging, I don't feel good. Come hang out with me. Then I can dig with her and I can comfort her at the same time. Blue wants to dig and hide. I'll reward him, let him hang out there, and I will go hang out with him up there and keep everybody else away. He knows he feels safe with me up there, or I'll let him hang out by himself. If they do that, that's them feeling safe. That's me recognizing, hey, you need something, I'm going to let you have it, and I will recognize that and keep that there. All those are emotions based on their primary needs, based on what they really think they need. It might not even be that, but that's how they're going to communicate they need something else. That's totally fine. I could tell you, yeah, I'm fine, when I'm really not. Dogs have emotions too. They've been adapted to our lifestyle for 40,000 years. They have been bred for our needs and our companionship and our work for 40,000 years. Let's just say 20,000 years for the breeding of do this for me. They are totally acclimated to our needs and our desires. They have emotions based on what we do and what we don't do. Dogs feel safest when they can observe. If they can observe something, that means they're seeking. If they're seeking, that means they're going to figure out, is it pleasant or unpleasant? Do I need to investigate, or do I have the information processed enough? Then I can do appropriate behaviors. Huh, I heard you. Dogs are not natural vocalizers, as in they're going to talk all the time. He's seeking to figure out what he likes, what he doesn't like. Is it worth it? Doesn't mean it's neutral. Thank you, Blue. But he knows if he turns to me, eventually he's going to get a treat. Maybe we'll go look at it. Maybe not. Maybe we'll load up instead. Blue. Thank you. But his name is a reinforced behavior. I say his name, he gets a cookie. Does he always do it? No. But if I play with him more, it's more likely to be reinforced, because that means we're both in a good mood. We both have oxytocin flowing through our bodies, and we're being happy and we're being excited. That helps with learning. That's why you learn better when you're happy. If you learn better when you're happy, those things are more likely to be reinforced. Jock Panskep has realized that if you tickle rats, they take it back to each other, and they will tickle each other and they will play. If they free play, which means they get to rough and tumble and play and run around doing absolutely nothing that makes sense, and then they go to do experiments, everything they got taught after that was reinforced, and it stuck with them longer with less reinforcement from a human. So bottom line, if your animal feels safe with you, they're going to learn quicker. You'll be able to reinforce more behaviors. So all this science goes together, not against each other, and we need to stop that. Let's learn together to increase our knowledge of dogs, and increase our behaviors, and increase our relationships with our dogs. I'm going to beat you with your leash. Told you. Word association. And if we play, things get more reinforced, which means he's probably going to chew on his leash more. But that's what he does when he's stressed. That was one of the first indicators of how I knew he was stressed. He would be overwhelming, which means he was overstimulated, which means his brain couldn't take it anymore, so he had to take it out on something. He took it out on the leash and played. If he takes it on the leash and play and I have him stop, then he automatically stops and looks at me. If he's paying attention to me with the most focus as possible after doing a play behavior, he knows then I know it's something else, that there's something else needed. Play wasn't the important part. Getting my attention was important. That was communication. He understands if I'm rough, or if he plays rough, that's going to get my attention to get his needs met. If a dog comes to you playing ball with the ball, doesn't mean they really want to play ball, but they know a ball is a way to get your attention, to get their needs met. Maybe by the time you get the ball and you go outside, before you throw it, they go and go pee. A nice long pee, and you're like, oh, well, I guess you had to go pee. But it took that ball to get your attention. Those are all learned behaviors. But how does he know that he needed to do that with you? Because he knows through a game, something that you guys had fun with, and that's going to take him outside, all thought processes to get him to get outside. If you have any more questions, I think that's a lot for 16 minutes of just focusing on the dogs doing nothing. This is Scott with Second and No One Canine Life Coaching, talking about a lot. Alright, I love you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.